so heartbreaking. Alright guys, it is time for episode 9 from season 5 of Druck. I cannot wait to figure out what in the hell is happening to Nora. I hope we find out this episode so that the season finale will be about like her reconciling with all her friends and with Josh and, you know, making things right and kind of end on a happy note. But yeah, we left off on a bad note with her sister cradling her in the street after she drunkenly passed out on the street, which is terrifying. And thankfully they were able to find her and she didn't get taken, or, you know, many things that could have very well happened. She lucked out, she really did. Yeah, I'm excited to see like what, I mean, not excited that she's gonna have something going on, but I am looking forward to finding out the answer of why she's struggling so much and like what's going on in this girl's poor head, and yeah, get some answers. But if you guys want to watch the uncut reactions, so if you want to watch the entire episode along with me, the link will be at the top of the description for my Patreon. Otherwise, they're of course going to be on YouTube, just heavily edited. You will also get seasons 3 and 4 of the original Skam uncut, all the other Skam remakes uncut. I'm still catching up on Skam Spania and Druck, obviously, and What the Fuck. I'm on like the 4th season, so if you want to watch any of those as well as a bunch of other shows, definitely check it out. The link again will be at the top of the description. But yeah, if you just want to watch these with me, that's perfectly fine too. If you do enjoy the reactions, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, put the notifications on so you know every single time that they drop, because sometimes it doesn't like post the right way, because when I upload stuff I'll private it first so that I can like put the tags on, put the thumbnail on, do what I need to do, you know. And then it will, if when I do public it, sometimes it doesn't work, or if I upload something and it gets blocked and I have to dispute it, say it gets disputed the next day, then I have to like repost the next day even though I actually posted it the day before, and sometimes it gets messy. So post notifications definitely help with that, so you can stay on track and see every upload as I upload it. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I am so ready to get in this episode, guys. Here we go. Please tell me with a therapist, please. Either in a hospital or I bet that hangover hurts. We gonna talk about it? At least now though, she's gonna like know that something was definitely going on with her.
Du hast ganz doll gezittert. Und dann habe ich dich zugedeckt und bin dann irgendwann auch eingeschlafen. Ich bin richtig ausgerastet, oder? Alles gut.
Das ist Mama Kiki. Oh, it's Kiki.
Jetzt bin ich hier die ganze Nacht durchgefahren, Mann.
What? Maybe she should have told Kiki. What? You would think, why did Zoe not like tell her that she's okay? What? Oh.
Komm, setz dich da mal aufs Sofa, bitte.
We're gonna have a talk.
Ey, Kiki, das ist wirklich voll schön, dass du da bist, aber das
It is a big deal.
halb so wild.
You literally could have died. Or worse, you could have been taken and a lot of things could have happened to you.
Ist dir denn irgendwas passiert?
Can you?
Was ist denn?
I am so tired of this cat and mouse game. Will you just tell them? They've put up with so much of her crap.
Ist mein Körper weg, ist irgendwie ist alles weg. Also,
I'm glad she's telling him.
hier zum Beispiel, ich weiß, ich weiß, was für ein Tee das ist, aber ich weiß es nur, weil es da draufsteht und nicht, weil ich das schmecken kann.
I get it though. It's like hard to explain to people because a lot of people that haven't struggled with mental illness wouldn't understand, and then they want to say everything's okay, but like you don't want to talk about that. You just want
Und
somebody
ich
to
verstehe
listen.
das nicht, das ist alles richtig komisch. Guck mal, Nori. Das hab ich wieder gefunden.
Was it, the bracelet?
Dankeschön.
Komm, ich mach's dir mal um.
Oh, good.
brauchst einfach nur Hilfe.
Please get her help. I hope it's kind of a montage like with Nora going into the hospital, but them taking her to a doctor. They probably heard from Fatu about what happened.
Hey,
Oof.
habt ihr Vater gesehen? Ihr ging's nicht so gut. Ich habe ihr auch gleich geschrieben, ja? Das ist doch gut.
Yeah, she also was about to out her, which is not good, obviously.
Ich habe das Gefühl, wir sind dir egal. Und das, was du mit Fatu abgezogen hast, war so shady. Ich komme damit einfach nicht klar. So, ich habe das Gefühl, wir sollten uns vertrauen, aber
You know what
wie
the
soll ich dir
correct
vertrauen,
thing
wenn ich überhaupt nicht checke, wer du
to
bist?
say would be right now? Are you okay? What has been going on? I know why she's upset. I totally get it. I do. I would be upset too, but
Ich schreib dir nochmal, okay? Ja.
she was like, it's not even just that she's blowing them off or doing this weird shit. It's like they were on a live stream and she was standing there like this. Praise Kiki. About time. I wonder if Nora's situation is gonna make her sympathize with her mom more with what she is going through.
So today we want to discuss the relationship between our protagonist Nick, who's a drug addict, and his father David, who wants to protect him. In the book named Beautiful Boy.
Oh, I knew there's a movie. I didn't know there's a book.
It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. At a certain point, you have to let go, in my opinion.
That's a bit easy to say.
Why? If you have a drug problem, you need to go and get treatment.
It's not
Der
that
Vater
easy.
hilft ihm ja
Come
nicht,
on.
wenn immer an seiner Seite ist.
He does.
Yeah, but only at the end of the movie.
Oh my god, why did I just now realize they're talking in English?
The father can't stop loving Nick either. He can't. Yeah, that's his son, no matter
Of
what.
course he loves his son, as he should. I did not say he shouldn't,
I'm gonna
but
say something to this.
does he show his love for him by buying him drugs? Does that make anything
No.
better?
She is incredibly ignorant on this subject. Incredibly ignorant. I'm not going to go into too much details, but firsthand, I was that sibling. I was the other kid that had family members going through this, that had parents dealing with it. You know, I was that kid that was the one that slowly got less and less attention because it was all going to family members, you know, that had these problems. And she's right. I have many issues because of that to this day, because stuff that happened when I was very young, like 11 years old. I think I held a lot of anger from that because I didn't understand why, why don't you kick them out, like she says? Like, why don't you choose your other kid that's not doing drugs? If they don't want to get help, they don't want to get help. But that's easy to say when you're not a parent. It's easy to say when it's not you in that position. And the person, this family member, doesn't have anywhere to go, doesn't have a car, doesn't have money, doesn't have a job. Like, you're essentially putting them on the street to die. And that's something that she doesn't understand. It's not black and white. There is this big ass gray area of things that correlate with this, that go with this, that like can happen in different scenarios. It is not just like they should be paying attention to the other kid, and if this one doesn't want help, they don't get help. They could, do whatever they want by themselves. And it's just not like that. And when I say she's incredibly ignorant about this, I don't mean that negatively. I mean that in a way where I used to be that. I used to think that way. I used to wonder the same things. And it's easy to say in her shoes, in someone else's shoes, when you don't truly get it. For my situation, like I said, I was very young. I didn't understand the severity of everything. I didn't understand why we'd watch these, like, have you ever seen the show Intervention, where they're like, you get help or you can't be here anymore, I always felt like, if they're not doing better, kick them out, make them do better. But it's not, it doesn't work that way. It's not that easy. It's not just like, okay, kick them out and they'll figure it out themselves. It's not, people that are on heavy drugs they don't get better that way. It doesn't, the person has to choose to get better for them to get better. And like I said, I don't mean that insulting to her by saying she's ignorant, because that was me too. But I hope Josh schools her right here, because this is what I needed when I was little. I was young, I didn't understand.
How is he supposed
She
to know
doesn't
any better?
understand because she's not
It's
in the
easy
situation.
for you to say to do this or do that if you haven't been in the situation yourself.
Well, have you been?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oof. Here we go. She's gonna start understanding now.
I wanted her to be happy so badly. And she'd always say, oh, this is the last time, it won't happen again. And of course I believed her.
See, Ava? Literally all you had to do was ask.
My mother's an
All
alcoholic.
you had to do was try to empathize and try to realize that, like, maybe she's going through something. Aww. I'm proud of her, though, for just, like, saying it. She normally hides everything. Hell yeah. I really feel like they're gonna help her. After therapy. I'm gonna kick her ass through the screen if she decides to not go to therapy. I hope the therapist comes out right now and stops her.
Hey.
Hi. Na? Wolltest gerade abhauen?
She said, where the f you go? Turn your ass around.
Kiki, mir geht's wirklich
Kiki's
schon viel
not
besser.
messing around.
Nora,
You're not getting out of this shit that easy.
ich habe Wattebäusche ausgesagt und das für eine volle Mahlzeit gehalten.
True.
Ja, und hat dir die Therapie denn überhaupt
Forgot
was
about
gebracht?
Nora, es wird dir besser
You
gehen.
will.
Ja, aber was,
Und-
wenn nicht?
You'll never know unless you try.
Du kannst mir noch helfen.
If you walk in that door, there's a chance that it's gonna help. If you don't step foot in that door, there is zero chance that it will help.
Und wenn du willst, kannst du auch bei mir einziehen.
Oh.
Aber gib doch dem hier jetzt mal eine Chance.
She wants it to stop so badly, so let's try, do what you can. Let's make it stop, you know? I love that Kiki walked up right then. Like, she probably had a feeling that bitch was gonna run.
Was du mir erzählst, das wird diesen Raum nicht verlassen.
Okay.
Yeah, at least try. You can't just think it's gonna magically work by you walking in the door.
Und warum solltest du denn mir vertrauen?
Ich weiß nicht. Ich meine, wenn Sie wollen, können Sie mich in die Geschlossene schicken. Ich kann ja nichts dagegen tun.
Okay.
Calm
Also
down.
nur wenn jemand entschlossen ist, sich was anzutun, müssen wir über eine Einweisung reden.
Give it a try. Come on.
Ich weiß nicht, wie ich Ihnen das erklären soll. Ich verstehe es selber nicht.
Try your best.
Und es ergibt einfach keinen Sinn.
Deine Schwester meinte am Telefon, dass du dich nicht spürst.
I wish she would, like, detail exactly what she means.
Außerdem habe ich ja gelesen, was ich habe.
Are you a doctor?
Dissoziative
WebMD.
Störung. Das kann Jahre dauern.
I said multiple times, I think, that she's disassociating. But she's not a doctor. You can't diagnose yourself off WebMD with what you think you might have.
Mann, warum kann ich nicht einfach normal sein?
Weißt
You
du,
are normal.
manchmal ist es gut, Gefühle von uns abzuspalten. So eine Störung ist eigentlich ein Safe Space.
That's so true. She's probably doing that to deal with things that she can't deal with right now. She's, like, setting them aside in her brain. Drawn like a whole masterpiece. What the hell? Excuse me, miss, you only have an hour? That's cute though. Maybe it's easier for her to communicate through that.
Hey.
Hey.
She seems a little happier. Aww.
Ja, okay. Ich wollte einfach sagen, dass falls ich zu sehr versucht habe, dich zu fixen oder so.
Nein.
He really
Hast du
didn't
nicht.
though. He was just trying to help her. Like what a boyfriend should do. Be supportive and try and help her.
Ich fand's voll mutig, dass du das gesagt hast mit deiner Mutter.
Aww.
Echt?
Aww.
Ja, ich meine, wer würde sich trauen, sowas in der Schule zu sagen?
For real though, that was awesome. I think honestly just like saying it is probably gonna be beneficial to her.
I am here for you. Love is meant for two. Ich kann das komplette verschissene Diamonds and Pearls Album auswendig. Obwohl ich das übercheesy finde. Weißt du warum?
Okay, nein, warum?
Weil ich gedacht habe, was wenn ich jeden Song auswendig kenne, dann kommt mein Vater vielleicht zurück.
How have they never had this conversation? I hope Nora feels selfish that she literally was dating him and didn't even know that. Didn't even know like about his father.
Ich habe sogar den Lehrer getreten. Und dann ist meine Mama mit mir zur Therapie gegangen.
I like that he's telling her this because it's like
Und hat ihr das
sharing with
geholfen?
her that she's not alone in this situation. So many kids act out because of home situations.
Ich war gestern auch bei einer Therapeutin.
Oh,
Voll gut. Nice.
I love that he's proud of her for that. It's so cute. Even if she claims she doesn't love him in her rage to push him away, she still wants his approval.
Die Zeit, also die Male, wo wir zusammen waren, war das real für dich? Also hast du da irgendwann irgendwas für mich empfunden?
Na klar.
Now
Wenn ich nicht sage, dass ich
apologize.
das krasseste fucking Herzrasen dieser Welt hatte, wenn wir uns getroffen haben, so dann musst du mir das glauben. Josh, ich wünschte wirklich, dass es noch da wäre.
That was.
Aber kann das noch wiederkommen, vielleicht?
Ich weiß es nicht.
I thought she was gonna apologize and try to like.
Und Josh, ich will
Get
dir
back
einfach
on.
nicht mehr wehtun, okay?
I get it though. It's like she's working on it, but she's still
Bitte,
not
das ist-
there yet.
Ist mir egal. Es ist einfach viel schlimmer ohne dich so.
Oh my god. This is so heartbreaking.
Was ist, wenn wir erstmal einfach nur befreundet sind?
I think it's a good idea. Let her see her therapist for a little bit. You know? I know it's not ideal, but she needs to heal.
Irgendwie streiten wir seit 2 Wochen nur noch und
Oh.
jetzt kommt Mama wieder.
Yeah, so are we talking about Finn or are we talking about their mom?
Es ist so dumm. Sie kann auch nicht wegen uns das Studium abbrechen. Ich hoffe echt nicht.
Yeah, she better
Und
not.
Carlos ist auch richtig traurig. Kommt er jetzt auch wieder zurück? Naja, schau dir die Wohnung an, die ist ja auch schon wieder halb eingerichtet. Wir könnten ja hier auch zusammen einziehen. Ich will dich nicht mehr allein lassen.
Oh. I like that she's stepping up for her. She realized that she had been like neglecting her and not noticing how much she was going through.
Ich habe noch einen kleinen Glücksbringer für dich. Der kann dich heute Abend ja schon mal begleiten.
Don't lose it.
Oh, danke.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Ich will, dass du weißt, dass ich auch da bin, ja?
Nein, hör auf, bitte, sonst läuft noch meine Mascara.
Nein.
I really do like and appreciate Zoe's character development. I feel like she's had some of the strongest of the show. That's great. Good for her. Setting some healthy boundaries. Because Nora at this point is not mentally okay enough to also take on her mom's mental health and all that. Because that's a trigger to her. So she needs the time to breathe and rest. Aww. You know what I love though is that like it was most likely Ava the one that explained to them like what happened, because she saw like, okay, this makes sense why you've been going through so much.
Es tut mir leid.
Aw. Also, it's awesome that she's apologizing now, because it's like
Darf ich auch?
she knows that she screwed up. Aw. Did they just get locked out?
Oh, Gespenster.
Oh shit.
Leute, ich habe meinen Schlüssel nicht dabei.
Oh shit.
She should call Zoe and just be like, when you're done, can you come back and unlock the door? Oh, this reminds me of like David Mateo and everyone on the stairs listening to everything. Oh my god, so cute. Sorry, lady, goddamn. Oh, it's so cute. That was so cute. All right, there we go. That was episode 9 from season 5 of Druck. This was really good. I feel like we saw a lot of growth for a ton of characters. The obvious being Nora. She finally went to a therapist. I mean, Kiki had to pretty much push her ass through the door, but she went, you know. And at first she was being super stubborn, wasn't wanting to talk about it, wasn't giving it a chance. And like, you're not gonna walk in the room and just immediately be better. You have to talk about it. You just have to go through it, you know. You can't just expect it to be better without making an effort to be better. But she did go to therapy. And another big change was Zoe. I think Zoe has matured more than like almost anybody on this season. She at first was super like irresponsible, and now she essentially like was the reason that Nora was okay. You know, she was there for her. She did that for her. She was the Kiki when Kiki wasn't there. As much as I hate the fact that they had Nora and Josh like break up for the time being, I still think they're gonna end up together. But as much as I hate that, I think that it was necessary, because kind of like how she had to draw that boundary with her mom, I think she needed to do that with Josh too. She does not have the emotional capacity right now, or the emotional like strength right now, to be in a relationship and to try to make somebody else happy when she's so miserable. She doesn't have the emotional capacity to help her mom go through something like this when she's also going through her own form of it. She doesn't have that right now to deal with. And I think that drawing that line was a great idea for now, you know. She shouldn't be living with her mom, because she's enabling her mom, and her doing so is making her own life more difficult. And I'm glad that she's not going to be living with her mom. I hope Kiki stays like in college. As much as I want her back on the show, she needs to be there, and so I hope she doesn't move in. I hope that Nora's able to like show her that she's gonna be okay with Zoe. The end, when all the friends came in and they're like sitting in the stairway, just reminded me of like the original characters and how they would sit there and listen in, and like, oh my god, I miss them so much. But yeah, this was a really great episode. Loved Ava's arc this episode. How she was like started off very one-track minded, like this is this and this is that and that's it, black and white, you know. And then Josh spoke up in the classroom, because this beautiful boy story is actually quite similar to Nora's story. And Josh speaks up, and then Nora speaks up. Surprisingly, she confronted it and said exactly like what's going on. You know, my mom's an alcoholic, and this is why it's this and this is why it's that. And what I love about Ava is that she didn't get defensive. She didn't try to defend her reasoning. She listened, and she heard her, and she understood, this is, you know, I get it now. This is why you have been this way lately, is because you are going through this and I had no idea. And I think that was important, because I bet you Ava was the one who got all of them together and was like, you know what, let's go support her. Let's go do this. I'm really happy with that. I was starting to get really annoyed at Ava, because it's like, dude, clearly something's going on. But I do also understand that like that it hurts to be just like treated like that and ditched, and like feel like someone doesn't care. So I get why she was upset about it. But yeah, I feel like this episode was just full of personal growth, and I loved it. Cannot wait to get into the season finale and to see how this is wrapped up. I hope there's another therapy scene and we see like her actually like coming to be okay and feel better and whatnot. Then we're gonna be moving on to season 6. Is it 6? Yeah, season 6, which is Fatu season, which I can't wait. I can't wait, guys. I'm so excited. But nonetheless, I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was very emotional, very good, written well, acted well. It was just so real too. It felt very like authentic to what a real situation like that would be. But yeah, I think that is pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the season finale. Thanks for watching.